All right. Good morning, everybody. It is December 20th. Meet the Money Honey here. We're going to do our morning market outlook. Um, Looking pretty sad across the market, but let me just say that this is healthy. It's expected. We were overbought pretty much everywhere across the line. So this is not unexpected, actually. Before the end of the year, and plus we've had a ton of economic news, that there were some signals thrown out there that the market was overbought. So we are looking at pretty much everything down across the board. I'm looking at the S&P right now. If you can see, we're kind of falling out of this upward range, but it is a pullback in a bull market. I know we're end of the year, we're going to have a presidential change. There is some uncertainty, people taking profits, booking losses before the end of the year. This happens. We're kind of getting it in early. So I expect across the board, we're going to be looking at, everything's heading towards the end, the downward part of the upward range, or towards, hitting a 200-day moving average. That's what I see happening. So, gold, oil, everything is looking down. The Dow, we're heading back down on that. So, do not be alarmed. We're looking at the crypto market. We're pretty much red across the board here. And don't be surprised if, see here, we've got your target here. Bitcoin goes all the way down to around 84.5, in which case we're on sale. Just look at this like we're having a big sale right now. Everything's going on sale. Before the end of the year, we're giving you the bargain basement prices. So just wait for us this pullback to finish, and for signs that we're going to be moving back up. But you can see my take profit here on the daily chart for Bitcoin is 84,450, which, that makes sense. Moving average is going to be moving up. We'll be hitting the bottom of this linear regression. Good chance we could stop at this pivot level of 87.70. Just depends on how fast we move. To me, I am not concerned about this. Let's look at the stocks, and pretty much everything pre-market is going to be down. If we went through this entire list, I think the only thing that I saw that was not down, let me see, let me go back to where I was here. Um, oh, look, yeah, MicroStrategy taking a pretty good haircut. I think Roblox was the only thing that was still up, and showing a higher target, but, don't be fooled. Okay, so wait for us to get above this VWAP, have a candle close above this VWAP before you take a long position, because remember, we've broken out of a range. We want to hold and then start moving up again. So my position, if I were going to go into Roblox and ride this up to this take profit of 70, 65, I would wait for a break of, let's see, before I get in. I would want it to close above this VWAP, so maybe a break of 59.50 before I took a definitive long position. Another one that I saw that was up, of course, Tesla taking a haircut as well. It is showing still this higher take profit, but I wouldn't be fooled. We've got this bearish signal here. So I think just like everything else, Tesla is going to be moving back down. Let me see what else. Netflix was one that was up. So again, it is showing that, we're down on the day, sorry. So I would expect that we're going to get a bullish signal on this one too. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. I'm looking at the take profit. Scratch that last remark. We're down here, so 893. Pretty sure once we get that market open, we'll be getting a bearish signal and traveling back down on this one too. Because, Netflix, look at this. I mean, if you look at the start of this cycle on this linear regression, we were at 714 and we went all the way up to 941. That is amazing. So since when was this? 18th of October to December 11th, we've basically put, my God, that is one hell of a run. You know, $200 on this stock in that short amount of time. So yes, we're due for a pullback, go on sale, and then we go back in. Ollie was the one that I was looking at. And this kind of makes sense. You know, we're having a little bit of a rotation into consumer staples, and that's normal. So yeah, this is showing a 128 profit target on Ollie. And if you see where we are pre-market, it's not, there's no trade showing, but we've held it. So I would watch for market open to see where this thing goes. If we sell off just like everything else, or if we hold above the VWAP, then I would consider a long position. So that's pretty much where we are, folks. I would not panic. I would just let this thing play out, let this bubble deflate, watch for a hold above a 200-day moving average and a VWAP after the holidays makes sense to me. Probably more likely scenario after inauguration. So we may be riding this baby down through inauguration, and then we'll see how things play out. My prediction for next year is that we see, maybe even a further slide until we figure out what Trump is going to do with the tariffs in stocks, and we see a boost in the cryptocurrency market. So that would be my prediction for first quarter. But with whatever you decide to do, make sure you've got the technical setup there. So it looks good, and then put that stop loss on whatever position you take. Remember, you always want to have a 2-to-1 reward risk ratio when you're entering any position. So, like for instance, if I were going to do a long position on the S&P, this is how I would do it. I would wait for a bottom. So it's showing me that we've got a signal here, 56.24 currently. That would be our second take profit. Makes sense. Probably going to hit this 200-day moving average. But for instance, if I were going to enter a long position, I would want my position to look something like this. Right? So that gives me a pretty significant risk to reward, if I were going to enter. So my enter point would be somewhere around this 56, maybe 56.25 range. And then I would ride it up until I hit this first profit target and then take my profit and wait and see until it holds here, and then possibly do the same thing here and ride it up to the top of that linear regression. So that's how I do it. But we'll be back again after the holiday break to talk. So I want to say happy holidays to everyone out there. And I hope that you get to spend some much needed time with friends and family, rest, good food, relaxation, some laughter. Enjoy yourselves, and then we'll be back after the holiday break to take a good look at the markets afterwards. So anyway, thanks so much, and we'll see you in a few days. Take care.